What's up? What's up? What's up?
Let's go, brother. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Hey, it sounds like you guys are making money in the background.
Yeah, they're live on TikTok right now. You know how it goes.
I I get it. I get it. No
We
worries.
we don't make any money on YouTube. I mean, you know this. You got to make money on some platform. And I know that earlier you were talking about just doing this on TikTok going forward. The funny thing is, I don't have any problems with that. I just thought this week we would like still get through like what we were doing here. I mean, I have zero problems with changing over to TikTok. It honestly makes more sense, to be honest with you. I mean, we clearly can tell that YouTube like pushed us down in the algorithm, to whereas I don't have that problem on TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just something different to try, and maybe just throw it out there and see what the hell happens.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't like make that leap to do that this week. I just for some reason it didn't seem like the right time to do it. And to be honest with you, I've had a pretty rough week, so I
I mean,
was
and I could see us doing it at some point. So even the few people I got in here, if you're not following both Wayne and myself on TikTok, I could say that I could see that sometime in the near future, at least once, and probably this
yeah.
summer. I
No, I
think
agree. I agree with you.
over to TikTok and just see what the hell happens. Really.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you, and it's mainly because TikTok has treated me so much better than YouTube has. Um, so no, I 100% agree with you. At some point, this could very well like become a TikTok thing than a YouTube thing. So it's very possible that it'll happen in the near future.
I mean,
I'm
at the same note, we both of us have never really said. I mean, even doing this, I mean, I'm not really doing as much on my channel as I used to. So, like I said, I don't know where my channel is ever going. If it is, I've got some stuff going on in my personal life that might have to halt because of things I'm trying to go after. But some of it is we just come on here to hang out. Really, that's
right.
what the reason. I mean, we do, and I know the past couple of weeks we've gotten busy, and there's been some weeks we're here, some weeks we're not, and I mean, life changes for the both of us, and things get happening, things get busy, and you get busy on that side, I get busy with other stuff. So, I mean, it happens.
Yeah, no, I think for a really, really long time we managed to do this show without life getting in the way. I mean, so the fact that it's getting in the way now really doesn't it had to happen at some point, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it was inevitable that at some point we started having like some kind of like connective issues, but for a long time we didn't. I mean, so we had a really long run at this without any issues. I'm trying to like get caught up. If anybody's wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to like get it caught up on like what's going on in Funko. I think I have enough here that we can like rap about it for a little while. I don't honestly know like how much of this live I'm going to make it through. My father passed away a few days ago,
Oh, I'm sorry to
so
hear that.
I have been out of town for the past like 5 or 6 days, just kind of like dealing with that. I just thought today when you messaged me, I haven't told you, and I'm sorry. I've been so busy that it
Hey,
just never.
hey,
Yeah,
things happen, and you got to deal with that situation
right,
first. The rest of that comes later.
right.
I'm sorry to definitely hear that. That is a really crappy situation, and we'll continue moving on. But definitely, you got me in your thoughts and stuff like
I
that.
I
So,
know I do. I've been so busy that for some reason I didn't tell you. So it's been one of those crazy situations. It was very last minute. None of us really expected it. So it just happened. Um, but I did get down there and see him and all of that good stuff before it like happened. So I mean
that's
there
good.
was that. I mean we got to spend a few days together. It's okay, guys. Y'all don't have to be sorry. I've heard I'm sorry from so many people. No, nobody has to be sorry.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately a natural progression in life. Everybody keeps asking me how I'm doing. I'm not good, but I will be. I will be. It'll take time. It's one of those crazy things, right? That just doesn't. The pain doesn't stop immediately, no matter how much you want it to. There's some cool things though, man. I was kind of browsing through Funko as we're sitting here talking, and just kind of looking at what's going on. There is some really cool things, and if anybody's wondering, that's why I haven't been on TikTok. If anybody is like wondering, That's why I haven't been on there for the
I
past.
did partially wonder that a little bit the other day, but I'm like, oh, maybe he's just busy. He's just doing his thing. No worries.
No, I haven't been on there for the past week as ever either. So y'all are kind of just getting me. I'm trying. I got back to the gym today. I'm trying to like get back to what we would consider normal, I guess. I know you're not into Batman and Joker, but there is this really cool like Batman and Joker set that
Like
I.
the old school. Well, yeah,
So this
that's
is
straight up old school right there.
this is going to be that Amazon exclusive, guy. So this one is pretty fire. They're coming out with a lot of Batman and Joker, though. This is one of those sets that I feel like they should have stopped at some
Yeah, they've
point.
done it to death.
I feel like at some point they should have like stopped and slowed down. But there's also some really cool stuff coming up with like Batman. So I guess I'm saying this on one hand that maybe they should have slowed down, and then on another hand, I'm about to tell you that I think one of the things they've done is really cool. I mean, so you're about to like I'm about to tell you I think this is garbage, and then I'm about to tell you that I think that this next one is not garbage. So it's one half a dozen versus another at this moment. They did the new NFTs. Those guys dropped today. If anybody was wondering, I don't think they sold out. I from the last I seen, they didn't sell out. So I'm just gonna assume that they
I don't
didn't
think
sell
they're
out.
selling any of them out anymore.
I don't like these at all. To me, the boxes are garbage. I don't know what kind of strange like capsule they have these people in. They have them in some strange capsule. They don't have the traditional like Funko figure cut out on the box. So I don't really know what that's about. It must be like the series that they went after. It's kind of trash though. I mean, they got Alfred, which is just the what's his name from Billie Jean? Is that his name, Billie Jean from WWE? So they Mean Gene. That's it. It's
Oh,
just
Mean
mean.
Gene,
It's
yeah,
just Mean Gene. Alfred's just Mean Gene from WWE. The exact same character, the exact same
yeah.
everything.
That is like
29% burned. See, that's a large percentage. I know that like a lot of us don't think that that is a large percentage that got burned. I mean, that is if
yeah, that's a lot.
that is a lot, and it seems like that they're having that like happen over and over and over, which means they're trying to make all of their profit on the other 80% that they're sharing with that company that's selling it, the drops. So they're sharing it with them. They're also sharing it with the whatever property they're using. So whatever property they're using, they're sharing it with them. That seems like a lot to have to burn. But that I also don't believe they're burning them. just for the record, I don't believe that they ever get burned. I believe that they're ordered, they sit in their warehouse, and then they eventually go on a sale. Is what I think
That's
happened. So
possible.
you have that Batman. Then this is kind of what they're supposed to look like on the inside. I don't like this. I don't really understand what it means. Um, I don't know what that like strange like Iron Man like station that they're sitting in
Yeah, is it
is.
just like the suit that's supposed to be just in a housing or what? I don't get it.
The patchwork. These guys are actually pretty cool if we're being honest. I mean, if we're being honest, the patchwork is pretty fire, right? I mean, it's I like it, but you know what it reminds me of?
It's like a
The hand,
sock puppet
the
type.
hand, the hand built by robots is what it
Yeah,
reminds me of.
yeah,
The whole lot, like they went straight after the hand built by robots with these
yeah.
guys.
With the
I mean,
button eyes and everything. Yeah, that's got.
straight after them. I mean, like this to me. I mean, they might as well have made them look like they were knitted as well.
Yeah, I'm not much into that one.
Did we drop every?
I'm not.
Did,
I'm not much into Batman, anyways. But
yeah, you're not into Batman, anyways. So I don't. I mean, like Catwoman has a knitted ball that looks like it's supposed to be from that like handmade by robots. They might as well have made them look knitted. I mean, that was the only other thing they could have done
I mean,
to
hell,
make
a
it
handmade by
official.
robots could partially sue him for infringement almost.
You almost think they'd want to be honest, but they'll get away with it, I'm sure. But you almost think that they would want to, because that's what it's called. They're calling them like the stitch work Batmans, but I don't know. But then they're coming out with another set of Batman. So this must be like a property that makes really, 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 really good money.
Hmm.
I mean, so they've come out with a long list of like Batmans here just in a few
I
last
mean,
week.
you know, I mean, guy like Chase and stuff like that for sure is going to be all over that. All of those really.
But you can't be at some point, right? I mean, at some point, Candyman, what's popping? How are you doing?
I mean, but that's
Jack,
like
what's
me
up?
saying, you know, I'm as many different Iron Captain Americas there are, or Back to the Futures. I would be all over all of them either way.
Do you
Whether
think
it's
so?
like or not, yeah. But people, and that's just like people going after Darth Vader. I mean, it's always the same thing over and over again, but they continue to buy him because they just love that style of stuff. Where are you panning over to?
It's it's all Deadpool's.
No, the Deadpool
it's
wall.
it's all Deadpool's.
Oh yeah, I still got a couple.
All
I
Deadpool's. I
got
mean,
some Deadpools back here. I still gotta get mailed out to
so
you.
I guess to some extent I understand, but man, that seems like a lot of Batmans that are all
Yeah,
popping
there's
off at the
Chase.
same time. Chase, what's popping? How are you doing?
Yeah,
85th
I could
birthday.
see
That
someone
that
like
explains a
Chase who
lot.
does a lot of Batmans go after all of
I
these.
mean,
To be
but
honest with you. Yeah, see Deadpool. You're gonna buy every type of Deadpool out there. It's gonna be the same
crazy
thing.
amounts of them. That's not even all of them.
Oh, it's 85th anniversary.
So that
Okay.
makes a lot of sense. We got like some. I don't even know if that should be like a celebrated anniversary though, right? Are we doing like the fifths now too? Like 85th, 90, 95th? I mean, are we doing them in fives instead of tens?
Or I mean, we usually used to be like in 25s or something like
I
that.
thought it was different than that too, but I mean, are we doing them that often now that we're gonna do
Well, I guess
them?
they got to do something because Marvel celebrated their 85th anniversary a couple of years
What if
back.
I just started doing 86?
So
86th anniversary, 87th anniversary. I mean, what? When does it stop? I mean, it
doesn't.
when does it stop? You just like from now on, you be like, this is my 86th
I think
anniversary,
they pretty much go by fives now. So
87th
when Marvel
anniversary.
hits their 90th year, I think coming up pretty soon, then they'll do night. You know, they'll do their 85th. Yeah, it's just it's never gonna end.
They'll be like, this is my like new one that I'm gonna be doing. This is my 87th anniversary. This is my 85th anniversary, the second year in a row. Ah,
But have you seen this real quick? I know we're talking Batman, and
yeah, let's go.
he is in this, and this is something I'd seen. I'm like, I'm kind of interested in, but I'm not quite sure why. You got the new Bitty Pop Deluxes.
I was gonna talk about those. What is this? Like what
I'm
idiocracy do we
interested
have?
because you got I don't know if they're mixing Marvel and DC in the same packaging, but I mean it's interesting. They're basically just putting like some interesting backgrounds in the back. I mean, they have Stark Tower in the background of Iron Man.
That cardboard printout.
Yeah, it's like a little cardboard printout that they're putting in the background with the same bitty pops that they have in the other boxes. Oh,
So they
oh.
they they made the printed box a little bit bigger. They put it inside of a plastic case. They
So just I
printed it.
wonder if the pop still pops out of the box.
They printed a piece of cardboard and put behind it, and they're gonna charge you a crazy amount of money for it. Is what's gonna happen.
Well, how much? I see the bitty pops right now. We just bought. I check at Walmart every now and then because they always have a different bitty pop box or two that's in the area. And my kids just got some princess ones. So I think those are like I think that Walmart sells them for like $2 or $2.50 a piece, something like that.
Right, but how much is this gonna be? $12, $13,
$5,
$14.
I'm sure.
Simon, what's popping? How are you doing tonight, buddy? Good to see you.
I'm guessing they're gonna be like $4 or $5.
I bet you they're not. I bet they're 12. I bet they're $12 all day.
They can't sell for the same price as a normal size pop.
I bet you they do. I bet they're $12 all day. All day. I bet you're the $12. It's gonna be gonna be a bitty pop in a case, $12 all day long. Watch what I tell you.
I think I like them more since they've become in the mystery box or bag type where like I said, I can just randomly go to Walmart and find some whether it's Ninja Turtles or Princess or Avengers or whatever, and I can just buy one or two and it's not even a big deal. And
Right.
you don't know what you're gonna get. I think I like those better than the little boxes.
I kind of like those too, but we'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know. I think they're going to be $12 though. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, it could be $12 for the set. but I don't think individually.
Hey, chat, how many of y'all are gonna go after those? I gotta
I
know
I would
just offhand.
I wouldn't mind the Iron Man and the Spidey.
Well, see, I was on the completely other end of that. I was like, I wouldn't mind the Superman and the Batman.
See,
That
I'm
was
on yeah. And both of them, like I said, I think they're interesting. The Target
12
has all
bucks.
yeah.
12 you'll get 12 bucks.
Target's I think Target's only selling if was it the 4 packs? They're only selling the 4 packs for like $12, whereas Walmart isn't selling the 4 packs. They're only selling the individual boxes, the mystery packs.
Right.
So I'm more inclined to go after the mystery packs than the 4 packs.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see though. I still say these things are 12 bucks all day long. 12 bucks all day long.
I
They're calling
would
it a
I
deluxe.
would agree with you if you're going to do the Batman with a rooftop of Gotham. Why not have the bat signal in the background?
Yeah, I mean, but
That makes some sense.
that's just what Funko does.
You,
That's just
you
the way they do
you
things.
miss the details. Anyways, let's go back. What you got?
Check this out. How many of you horror fans out
Ghostface.
there are ready to see a new Ghostface? Now, this is actually
I don't think we've seen Ghostface in a while.
it's been a really long time, so I actually like this Ghostface.
Is that a deluxe or is that a large one? Or
This is just going to be the regular size pop. Just a regular size pop Ghostface. I like this one. I think it's good to see them like that they changed it. It just doesn't look like it's a flat like one dimension Ghostface. I don't really like the way it looks like it's melting though. I looked at it a few times to see if like what I really thought about it. I think that Funko is going in a good direction. It looks like they're trying to get more detail oriented, but
mm,
there's somewhat of this one I feel like fell flat to an extent or whatever they got going on with the face. It just looks like it's melting. It got too close to the light or something. There's a 10-inch too. That's pretty awesome. I didn't realize there was a 10-inch version of this guy also. So I've only seen that this is a regular one. It could be a 10-inch though.
but
You can actually
I don't think
say,
we've seen Ghostface for a while. So I'm glad to see that back.
well, you can actually pre-order that one now. It is up for pre-order. They got another Grogu out there. I know everybody's remembered this scene. Like I said, there is lots of like cool pops that are going to be coming up. I know everybody remembers this scene where he had a problem with eating frogs.
Oh yeah.
So that like you got to admit that's a pretty cool one. He was about to like take him out another frog.
See, I would rather see scenes like that a little bit more than just the different Grogu.
The problem is they take up a lot of space.
They do.
So you get these scenes and then you take up a lot of shelf space with these scenes and then they don't really go together. So like if I put this one with my Yoda that's raising the ship out of the swamp, it doesn't really go together, right? I mean, so it's kind of been the historically my problem with these scenes is they don't go together.
Yeah.
Like there's no way for you to make them go together and they take up a lot of shelf space. So you have to have the shelf space for them because they're going to take up a lot of it.
Now, you know me, and I've actually got two to show here today because I think they're cool as hell. You gonna go see the Deadpool Wolverine?
When's it coming out?
The end of July.
Yeah, I'll go see it.
So Kevin Feige had announced a while back that there is going to be an exclusive bucket for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm a big popcorn bucket type of person. I don't know why. I enjoy them. This is the exclusive Deadpool Wolverine popcorn bucket designed by Deadpool.
Yeah, I've seen this one.
This is awesome and weird all at the same time, and I love it. You can eat your popcorn out of his mouth.
Yeah.
That is so
it's
awesome.
what it represents to me. That's
Yeah.
funny.
That too. But it's
Okay.
funny as shit. And I need to buy one, and I don't care how much. It's one of those shut up and take my money type things. I wish they had both. I haven't seen it, but I wish that you had both Deadpool and Wolverine because you can make even more because then you want both of them.
Candyman says he's already reserved his seats to
Yeah,
go
I
see
haven't
that
reserved
one.
my seats yet, but I will be. Don't worry about it.
So you can go get that Grogu. He'll be popping off. That one's pretty cool. Like I said, the problem with these guys is They take a lot of space, and but there's a lot of cool things coming up. I don't know if I can find them all here, but I found them all like in other places as I was like running through things today, trying to like see what was up there and what was going on. That might actually be a 10-inch like ghost face, though. I might have been wrong. That might have been a big guy. Look at
That
these
just
though.
seems like they're showing it by itself. So it's got to be like some sort of tenant.
How about the new Five Nights at Freddy's stuff? Look how detailed that stuff is.
Yeah, don't they have like a sequel coming out or
Look
something
at
or
the
something?
detail in that though. That is like they
Creepy.
for Funko they like crammed in detail.
Yeah.
For Funko they
That
like
one with the cracked face too looks even
I
creepier.
don't even know what Five Nights at Freddy's is about, but I kind of like that pop. I mean, and I don't all I know it's some silly like kids game that started off with like jump scares and then it just kind of like progressed from there. Um, it's really cool. I don't understand like how they can get so much detail in this, but then they like miss so often in everything else. You know,
Yeah, I gotcha. They've actually released. Because I'm actually on Diz Tracker's site, and they've actually released some interesting stuff recently.
what do you mean? Like what?
Let me bring these up real fast.
Yeah, I've got some stuff that I know that's coming up there, Christina.
So you got the Lord of the Rings, which
Yeah,
I mean, I honestly don't think. When was the last time we saw any Lord of the Rings pops?
I don't think it's been that terrible long ago. I don't think so, but I also don't know.
It looks like these are supposed to be an Amazon. I don't know if it's Amazon exclusive, but they're saying you can pre-order it at Amazon. So you
Right.
got Bilbo Baggins with Bag End, which I think is kind of cool with the scene. You got Legolas Greenleaf. You got the Mouth of Saruman. You got the Tree Beards with Merry and Pippin, and you got the Cave Troll. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so I'm into all of these. I think they're cool as hell. Maybe you're not. It's up. It's okay. You got the RoboCops. Um, these are classic. I haven't seen anything from RoboCop in a while, but kind of lackluster. And these I thought were kind of cool. Have you seen these things?
I have not seen those. What are so those don't look like new pops, but they look like new boxes.
They're Universal monsters, but they're in that like hand drawn type of look.
Right,
Type
like the
thing.
comic look.
Yeah, the comic look. There you go.
Right. They're in that comic look.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get you can pre-order on Amazon right now.
so they don't look like new pops, but they look like they're in new boxes and maybe new paint jobs because I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure we've seen that Frankenstein a few times.
I think they've
Pretty
done
sure.
these Universal monsters before, but I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something about that comic look that just looks kind of cool.
It does look really cool. It looks like there was more time taken into it for sure.
I
It
mean,
looks like there was more care taken.
you gotta say that Gilman looks way more detailed than a comic book side, style and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm and plus, I mean, it looks like it's a orange stone or wood. I don't know what the hell it is, but that box is kind of interesting.
Box is really cool. So I think the box is what sold me on those. I couldn't really tell that they were like done in any kind of like crazy comic style when I was looking at those. But I also haven't seen those yet, so that's really cool. Really
And
cool,
then,
really
so
cool.
those are the three I currently see at the moment. There's a whole bunch of different stuff on Diz Tracker. So here's another look at those. I guess the
What are these things? Like time capsule Batman?
I
Like
would
what
like to
is
say
this?
they're just suits, but then you're putting Alfred in the middle of that. I mean, it kind of reminds me that it's got clear outside. So with Batman, with Robin, Batgirl and stuff like that. So it makes me lean that these are just supposed to be, suits in basically like trying to rip off Iron Man. How Iron Man has all the suits inside waiting for it. This is
Yeah.
what this kind of reminds me of because it's just like those are supposed to be dummies and they have the suits on them. But then you throw Alfred in the middle of it, which of course is
Yeah,
not a suit. Which
that's what I was about to say. What suit is Alfred?
yeah, why
Is
not
it
come up?
is it is it really Mean Gene dressed as Alfred? Is that what
I
we're doing?
mean, maybe. I mean, at least got to give you a little bit of respect that you got Robin, and you've also got what the hell is his other part in there? The Nightwing, or I can't remember what it is, but the one in the lower corner. I got respect that you got both of those, but I mean, why not do like a classic Batman and just get rid of Alfred? That doesn't. I think that's kind of weak as hell. That's just disconnected.
So, Chase says that it's the elevator from Batcave. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
again, why have Alfred there?
It's JJ from Spider Man. Is not. It's Mean Gene. Mean Gene
Yeah.
from WWE. It's the same pop. I have both of them somewhere, and I swear to you, they're the same thing. They're the exact same thing.
No,
The
I don't
same
think that
head,
says
the
J.
same
I've seen a
everything. Say what?
box up here. I think it says Alfred on the box. I had seen it somewhere else up here. That's when I first.
It does say Alfred, but it's Mean Gene from WWE. The mean I have these two somewhere, and one day I'll just make a good laugh like on Instagram about it. So Mean Gene and Alfred look identical in the pops. Like
Oh yeah.
they took the exact same pop and changed what he was wearing, and then changed the name on the box. But other than that, it's the exact same pops, the exact same hair, the exact same head mold, the exact same everything. They just like changed the name on the box and what they were wearing. So, Alfred's wearing that traditional like tuxedo, and Mean Gene's wearing that traditional suit. I mean, so other than that, though, they're exactly the same. You're like, what did you do? Like, you just changed the name on the
Oh,
box and who it was.
I just got what he said. JJ from Spider Man. Josh, the Daily Bugle guy. I can't remember the whole name. But have you seen this? Again, being a big Lord of the Rings fan, I think this thing's awesome.
I did not know you were a big Lord of the Rings fan. So are you gonna put this together? You're gonna
I
like,
would like to. I mean, let's see how many pieces. 10,000 pieces.
oh
That
man,
ain't bad. But
did you say that ain't bad?
that ain't bad.
That take me a month to put together. What do you mean? That ain't bad.
$460 is what they're saying that thing's running.
Kenneth Bird, what's popping? How are you doing?
I don't know. I would probably buy this and put this together pretty easy.
Funko is cutting quarters candy. You know they are Candyman.
Oh yeah.
They always have been.
But
If they can reuse something, they're gonna reuse it. You better believe it.
oh, 100%. 100%. Everyone knows they want a Lego cat. Don't know why.
Always needed a Lego cat. That was one of the things on my list this year. Is I said I need me a Lego cat. What is this thing?
It's Minecraft. It's a crafting table on Minecraft. So I mean, think like a box scene of Minecraft.
I
I
have
guess.
no
I
clue.
guess if you're into Minecraft.
I guess.
Oh, speaking of popcorn buckets, here's the other one. And my kids want to see this movie, and I may be all for it if they got that popcorn bucket because that thing's cool as hell.
Thank you guys so much for all the orders
It's
tonight.
supposed
Say
to be
if what
supposed to be
is
like a
this?
little table that in the movie where they make the Riley with the emotions and stuff like that. It's like the emotion table. So it's a control panel for it. So I think it's kind of cool, and I want
If you need an emotional table, brother, I say you go after it.
it.
To each their own. If you need you an emotional table, you go get it.
So I like how even at least the movie theaters are getting creative with these popcorn buckets lately, and so I'm all for that. What is this? Orville from Rescuers?
Was that?
Is this old?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Game Grill. I don't know.
I don't think so. You got that
But
yeah, I think you it looks like you're I don't know. I don't know. There's a Garfield bucket down there. There's all kind of crazy stuff going on.
here's another
There's
Batman.
another Batman. This is the year of Batman. We got to get like a bazillion Batmans going on.
Oh, the lightning actually glows. Well, I
Yeah,
guess
we got to get a bazillion Batmans going on today because why
that
not?
is an Entertainment Earth exclusive. Then you got let's see, we got Snoopy with the Beagle Scouts.
Right.
We've got Etch a Sketch.
That sounds like something I would tell my
Everybody needs an Etch a Sketch.
Everybody needs one of them in their life.
We need
I
a
mean,
honeycomb monster.
Everybody. Honeycomb's got to happen. That's what's up.
And we got a Coraline and Tunnel. Oh, Coraline pops. I remember this movie, but I don't remember it being all that good. There's your ghost face. So looks
So
like
there,
it is a 10-inch.
there's two of them though. There's a 10-inch and the regular one. There's two of them sitting there.
And
There's a 10
they
inch person.
numbered in sequestral, so it's yeah.
Yeah. So they did two of them there. Same size, same everything.
So I guess if you want the 10-inch, you get that. If you want the regular one, then get that.
I guess maybe I don't know.
It's weird.
I guess.
Oh, and these being a big Stranger Things, these things are kind of cool.
They are really cool.
They are the Scoops Ahoy Sherbert Surprise.
Are these things going to be exclusive anywhere though?
It doesn't say.
I mean, because if they're not going to be exclusive anywhere, I mean, really, what's the point?
I mean, I think they should be a Netflix exclusive since that is a Netflix show.
But if you were a Netflix exclusive, where would you buy it at?
They had a Netflix exclusive once, but I don't remember where you bought it.
They're cool, and I like them. I just don't understand them. So there's that side of it.
That and this Max at the cemetery when she's floating up above the cemetery.
Right.
That's one of the best scenes in that last season. So
I have no clue.
that one would be cool as
I have no clue. Stranger Things nerd.
I am a Stranger Things nerd. That is
zero
awesome.
clue what's going on with
Here
Stranger
you go.
Things.
You got some TLC
I
3-pack.
always needed this one. This was always like on my list of things that I need.
You gotta go chasing waterfalls.
I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna be chasing any waterfalls. No time soon.
If you're gonna have Batman, why not have Batgirl?
Oh, for sure. Gotta have both of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're about caught up.
You think we're about caught up? I don't know.
Unless you got something else.
I got you.
What else we got?
So we got the how to train a dragon. That guy's gonna be coming up here soon with the pop ride. I don't know if you can like see.
Well, I think that's gonna be cooler even next year when they release the new Universal parks. They got a whole How to Train a Dragon area.
We got the Snoopy Deluxe Adventure. I'll pull this guy up by himself though. Hold on.
That was the Snoopy with the Wood Scouts.
Yeah, I'll pull this one up by himself though, because this one deserves to come up by himself. You gotta like pull the Snoopy up. That deluxe guy got to come up all by himself.
Snoopy.
Yeah, the Snoopy. So check that out. That's really cool. That's really cool. It's gonna be Snoopy at the campfire with the I can't remember what the birds are called, but he's got the birds there that he's feeding.
Well, you know who bought the license for Snoopy?
No, who bought them?
Apple.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, Apple bought it. They've got all the Snoopy movies on Apple TV. They're releasing new stuff, and in fact, they just announced that on Apple, the next version of the operating system for your Apple TV, you can have different screensavers, and one of them is Snoopy just doing random things.
Snoopy just doing random things. That'll actually be pretty fun. Speaking of Apple, what do you think about the new 18 that's coming out?
It's gonna be interesting. I thought that it was. I mean, a lot of the functions. I mean, have been around for a while. I think that it's nice to finally get some of those. Being an Apple guru, or an Apple person, regardless. I think the wordplay that they didn't want to specifically say AI. I think changing it to, was it Apple Intelligence?
Yes.
The wordplay on that was interesting. Basically putting ChatGPT and everything within the emails and stuff like that to be able to do all that stuff. I mean, I knew it was coming. I mean, that was a big thing, was how AI is going to evolve. And I mean, to me, at a certain point, maybe it's just me getting older. I'm a little bit afraid of AI to a certain extent, maybe just because I don't understand it all that well. So I've stayed away from it for the most part. But I don't know.
So you have Chat GPT 4 now, I think, out there. So
now it's going to be tied into Apple's stuff.
Right. So there's a lot of crazy stuff about AI, and I'll talk about like the 18 a little bit more though. So the 18 is going to be AI powered, basically. The whole phone's going to be AI powered. You're going to be able to like do gestures with your eyes to control your phone. You'll be able to open apps. You'll be able to call people. You'll be able to do everything with your eyes that you would normally like have to use your hands for. They say that that's going to be a great feature for like the physically impaired. So the physically impaired will have some crazy features on there, so they will be able to do some like crazy things that they were never able to do before. I don't know how I like about the whole like AI stuff. Now there is going to be a lot of conspiracy theories. People are going to have lots of them, lots of things to talk about when it comes to that. I don't know like how big of a fan of it that I am, but I know that we're not going to stop it. That's the one thing I do know is that I know that if we don't like start now, we're not going to like catch up with it, keep up with it.
Yeah, I definitely have thought about that. I mean, I need to try to either figure it out or somewhat embrace it because it's not stopping. And I do agree with Quick Draw to a certain point that AI is kind of going to make everyone stupid a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, but didn't smartphones already do that?
That is a very good point. I mean, it's if you've ever seen the movie, it's the entire dumbifying of society within idiocracy, and it's slowly going to get into that point. But um, I think to a certain extent, it is here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere. So unless I try to embrace it a little bit, um, I'm going to get left behind.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I feel about it. We're not going to change it. We're going to have to embrace it. They have the new Pebbles, so you're going to be able to get Pebbles. I think that this is the only time that I've ever seen Pebbles for sale outside of a 2-pack or an
Oh, is
NFT.
that a fruity pebble type version?
Yeah, so that's a Pebbles from the
Then
Flintstones.
I'm gonna need that because I've got my Fred and Barney with the Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles, so I'm gonna
Yes,
need that for the collection.
they had the Cocoa Pebble Fruity Pebble War. So we had those two on that one that had that war. I think it's going to be really cool. I don't think we've seen her though, outside of a 2-pack and outside of an NFT. I don't think we've seen her, so that one will be really cool. Soon will be Bam Bam for sure. That will be one that we will be seeing soon. We will
If
definitely
she's
see.
if she's holding a bowl of Fruity Pebbles, that needs to be in my collection.
I am pretty sure that that's what that is, but I'll get a
I think
closer
so
look at
too.
it. I'll get a closer look at it and see though. That is Fruity
Bowl of
Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles, yeah.
Yep, that is going to be. She is holding the bowl of Fruity Pebbles with a spoon in her hand. I have the Barney and Fred as well, but that was when like ad icons were like
That was a
hitting off
while
really
ago.
well. Yes, that's when ad icons were like popping off, right?
Those were two that even in thinning out my collection, I still kept those because there's just a big thing for me. And in fact, even down here, a lot of these ones that we've been getting rid. My wife has been going through. She's been selling almost at least a pop a day just on eBay, just clearing them out. So
It is
she's cleared out quite a bit
insane.
of pops.
So that Pebbles will be really cool to get your hands on. I wish it was an exclusive somewhere though. I don't understand their lack of exclusives anymore, but
So is
I
that
guess
only going to be sold on Funko?
it's not an exclusive, so I'm just going to assume that you'll be able to pick it up everywhere. You'll be able to pick it up at Target and all of those other places. There was a little while there that I think that people thought Walmart was going to start getting this stuff again, but I don't think that's the case.
My Walmart is just I think it's still completely dead.
Even the Walmarts that I thought were going to have them again really don't. So they have like a just a section that's not moving. It's just an old section of them that just sits there. They just sit there on the shelf and never move.
Target seems to still get them, but yeah, Walmart there's like dude, there were some really old ones. I mean, it's like they just kind of go through their warehouses and just dump off these old ones that just been sitting back there, and then they put them on the shelf. I mean, they really don't get anything new. Although I've been hearing that we all know about Five Below. That's been around for a while. But I've been hearing that places like Ross and Marshalls
Yes,
are selling
are,
pops
are
too.
starting to get them, and they even put out some NFTs to
Yeah.
those places to try and get people to go see them. I figured out what happens there in case y'all haven't like figured this out. I have figured out like the gimmick. People are like, I don't believe that they actually sent it there. I do now. I 100% believe it. Let me tell you why. Because you get an image somewhere of somebody saying, "Look, I found this NFT at Ross's Dress for Less." What does that then cost? That
Yeah.
causes you to go to Ross's Dress for Less and see if you can find one there as well.
You know what Ross and Payless and Ross and Marshalls and all the TJ Maxx and those companies, I think pretty much are all the same company to be honest with you. But to me, they're like the OG flipper if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Because when you got these people like the people that buy the big Amazon return boxes and buy all this stuff and flip it on eBay and things like that. Marshall's been Ross has been doing that forever. They basically just go to these companies and say, "Give us your old stuff that you're not selling for like 40% of what the cost is, or even 25% of what the cost is, and then they sell. And you've always been. I've found like big name brand
Yeah.
stuff at Ross for like dirt cheap.
Yeah, all the time, all the time. I mean, it happens all the time.
So
But
it doesn't surprise me that Funko isn't doing that, because it's like, all right, well, we got caught dumping stuff into landfill, so might as well just dump that off to like Ross or something, and sell it for 20% off of the original price. The special Five Below sticker from Christina.
special Five Below sticker. That's right. Gonna have to get them one of those Five Below stickers to put on there. They actually should do that. Five Below
Although,
should just start like.
talking about Target, have you seen? I just noticed these again, going back to the comic book style items. Have you seen these Target exclusive Star Wars Phantom Menace?
No.
All these pops have already come out. These are all regurgitated, but they haven't been in this comic version. Actually, I think that comic version of Darth Maul is pretty badass. But
Well, that they put them in the black boxes. So I don't know
black
if you noticed
boxes.
that they put them in that black box. It's really cool. Funko knows what they're doing a lot of time. Did
Well,
you
because
look?
you think if you got a person that's got a display, and then you put everyone's got the same normal white box display, and then you put this random different box. I mean, it jumps out at you.
Yes, it definitely does something different when you
But
do that.
that Darth Maul is pretty cool. I might, if I see that, I might have to grab that thing.
Hold on just 2 seconds.
No worries. Yeah, that thing is definitely pretty cool. Nothing much else.
Little Bean said, "Help, Papa, help." I had to help her real quick.
Did you go look, Mr. Techbot, at Marshall's? I haven't been to Marshall's in a long time. I need to get to a Marshall's or Ross to see, but I've heard about them being in there. I missed the OG blue boxes. What's a blue boxes?
Star Wars used to be in the blue boxes, so they quit doing it here at some point. But they used to be in that blue box, which was pretty fire. Pretty fire in that blue box.
Yeah, I
But
remember that.
you're probably never going to see them in that blue box again. I think that I think they actually got in trouble for the blue box. Is why you're never going to see it again.
Possible. Or Disney didn't want those.
Was that?
I still love these SpongeBob ones, especially Caveman SpongeBob.
I think these SpongeBob's really cool. Now they got some other ones that's going to be coming out at like Hot Topic exclusive. I think they have a Funko Shop exclusive where he's in like the whole where he was he had the fungus or disease or something. I can't really remember like how the storyline went, but he had that ick. It was the ick. That's what they called it. He had the ick. Yeah, he had the ick is what they called it. So they got that one that's going to be the Funko Shop exclusive. They have another one that's going to be a Hot Topic exclusive. They're going to do the same thing with SpongeBob now that they've done with all of the other characters that they just continue to regurgitate like Deadpool. They're just going to continue like making all of these like different SpongeBobs until you're just tired of seeing SpongeBob is what I think is going to happen. Now I could be completely wrong, but I don't even know why they haven't did this before. Like, why did Nickelodeon just like give them the ability?
Yeah, I mean, I think you could done SpongeBob just like anything else, from Mini Puffs to Grogu to Groot. You could, there could be so many, and I know there's a lot of people that would get them because I don't know. SpongeBob's been around forever.
It's SpongeBob.
Even us adults are still watching SpongeBob.
Yeah, it's SpongeBob. So there's a lot of people that are going to get behind this. So it's just going to be insanity, to be completely honest, with the amount of people that are going to jump on this one.
Yeah,
I guess it's
I'm
to only be expected. Say what?
Either that or they asked maybe that the license. It was all down to, of course, licensing. So maybe their Nickelodeon was asking too much for licensing rights, or they didn't want to give them up for so long, and they finally just kind of gave in. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I'm glad they did, because they're actually pretty cool.
They're really cool, and there's a lot of them that are going to be cool. But I'm still missing like the exclusives, right? I mean, so the only exclusives that we got out of them so far is going to be Funko Shop exclusive, which doesn't really feel like an exclusive anymore. And we had the Hot Topic exclusive, which also doesn't really feel like an exclusive anymore, right? I mean, so Chase says the new stage is also the new Batman. It's also the new Deadpool. It's also the new Vader. right? I mean, it's they've done so many characters like this now. It's hard to say like which one it's resembling, but it's resembling a lot of them in the
But for
scheme.
seeing my house, I got to start buying up some Stitch because my daughter's a huge Stitch fan and she likes all this. Plus, we're going when we go to Disney next month. We're going to Ohana's thing, and they got Stitch there. So I gotta find some pops to get people to get characters to sign because I
Get
kind of like
characters.
doing that now.
You like doing that
I
now?
like doing it. It's
Get
fun.
the characters to sign your pops.
I mean, I can't. It's not like I can resell them when
Yeah,
when I
you
have
can.
it like that. But
Mickey Mouse signed it. What do you mean?
true. I mean, this is probably my favorite one is the tiger. I mean, come on, that's a good signature.
I can't really see it, but it doesn't say Mickey Mouse.
It says your pal Mickey Mouse.
Oh my God. Your pal Mickey Mouse.
I love that one.
So they I wonder if they teach them how to sign things.
Yes, there is an entire area called Disney University where all characters or people being characters have to go through they have to learn all the motions, they have to learn all the signatures and everything like that. So that's been well known for a while, so that's why I don't have a problem saying that. But yeah,
Your pal Mickey Mouse.
because every character has an own motion gesture that it always goes through. So yeah.
What's he mad or poop? Huh? What's Chase on it?
Is he mad or pooping?
Is
I don't
who
know.
mad or pooping?
I'm confused by that one.
Is who mad or pooping, Chase?
Is Chase pooping?
Chase, are you pooping right now? Are you pooping right now, Chase? What are you doing, Chase? You're not mad, are you?
Is Chase, are you watching us in the bathroom?
Chase is watching us in the bathroom. I knew it. I knew that's what Chase was doing. But check this out. There's a couple other ones that I want to talk about.
Are we the new bathroom reading?
We might be the new bathroom reading. So you have learn how to fly. Learn how to teach a dragon. That's it. How to train a dragon.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be the new pop ride. This guy's pretty crazy. I like the pop rides, but I think it kind of goes back to that two-edged sword that they're going to take up a lot of space, right? We know that this thing's going to take up a lot of space.
Wait, are they considering the dragon a ride?
Yeah, that's the ride.
That's weird.
He's riding it. He's on a saddle. What do you mean that's weird?
That's weird.
He's on a saddle, Chris. Chris, it's simple math.
Not like a ride. It's an animal.
Chris, it's simple math.
It's a creature.
It's simple math. He's riding it.
So we're gonna start making all the horses ride pop
yes,
rides?
For sure. The Mary Poppins ride was them riding
Those are carousel items. That's different.
It's still. What do you mean that's different? They were riding a plastic horse
that was brought
had
to
a
life
pole
by
shoved
magic.
through it. It had a pole shoved through it.
It was brought to life through the
horse
imagination
that
and
massacred
magic.
with a pole and then put a saddle on it for people to sit on was the pop ride.
It's different.
It's not different. What's different about it? This thing's still at least nobody shoved a pole through it yet.
True.
There could be a downside to this.
True.
Break it up. At least no one shoved poles through this guy. That's pretty cool, though. You got to admit, it's going to be like too much space, and you're not going to be able to put it anywhere. But it is kind of cool. We already talked about like that. I know that you're going to want one of these, so I'll click on it, even though I think it's complete trash. I'm going to click on it for you.
The Etch-a-Sketch, I'm not into the Etch-a-Sketch. I mean, it's a classic icon and toy, but yeah, I know.
Why would anyone today want a fake Etch-a-Sketch, though, is my question. Why wouldn't I just buy an Etch-a-Sketch? Like, why would I want to buy this thing in a box? I'm so confused on like who this appeals to. I wish Funko could
I think it's appealing to our generation, to be honest with you. It's trying to appeal again. It's just like any old classic toy pop. It's trying to get you to remember. I mean, this is like them doing if they decide to do a WWE pillow buddy, whatever the fuck it is, and it is going to be in the same realm. It's just something to try to remember. Hey, this is your childhood. I mean, my kids will never know what an etch a sketch is and how annoying and they had to be and blah blah blah. But you know, I mean, I think if you're gonna have an etch a sketch, you better make it goddamn work.
I'm gonna have to get like a real etch sketch if I'm buying an etch sketch
That's
because
what I'm saying.
I don't understand that like whole etch a sketch thing that they got going on there, but maybe somebody out there does. I don't really like get it. Um, I think this is a new one though that we haven't seen. This one's actually pretty cool. Check
Yeah,
this
the honeycomb monster.
honeycomb monster is cool. I think that the background though is cooler than the actual characters.
They should have
So
put that background in the box.
yes, they should have put that background in the box or made him look more like that. Is what they should have done. So that's one of the cases where I think the actual like background looks better than the character,
Yeah,
which
I
is
agree
pretty
with you.
crazy. Pretty crazy what they got going on right there.
Yeah, but I remember that one being around because that was around when, of course, a lot of the cereals were having all the different icons from the Smacks character to Fruity Pebbles to, Trix guy stuff like that. I love that Max and at the cemetery. That thing's just awesome. Murray, I could take or leave.
That also looks like another one of those Mean Gene Alfred
Sort
characters.
of, yeah,
They put glasses on him and now he's like has a different body and he's now gonna like do something else. I guess we've got a different one altogether. This ghost face is really cool. I think we've already talked about the fact
yeah.
that it's going to be in both. You're going to get it in the 10-inch and in the smaller version of that guy. I don't. The 10 inches to me are too expensive now. We used to be able to get them at a decent price.
Used to be able to get 'em for like $30 at least.
Yeah, I think at 25 is where they started off at, and now they're like at what 50. I mean, it's $50 to get one,
Ridiculous.
and I think that they're going to change that at some point. It'll probably go to 60 soon. 60 soon is probably what we're going to be looking at. The new 2-pack, I don't really understand what's going on with this 2-pack, but I guess it's okay. I think it's from a 97 Marvel.
That's more. I was gonna say that Sabretooth is more like a classic 90 X-Men 97 type version. I mean, it's the 50 years or something like that. But yeah, that Sabretooth's definitely up there, and that's not the original color of Wolverine, but it's the most iconic color.
What do you mean?
Well, the original color of Wolverine was more of a brown than a golden blue. It had more of like a brown and I don't know, is it almost like a two-tone brown essentially. But that was the original color of Wolverine when he was first appeared. That wasn't the original outfit he wore.
My papa.
Are you gonna buy that one?
I don't think I'm buying that one. Bean was saying my papa. I was just letting her talk. I guess she's gonna hang out with me today. I guess that's like the goal is for her to hang out with me. I don't really know what it is. It's the 97 Marvels. I'm not like really sure which one that is.
It's early version, definitely. And then, like I said, I can tell that more by the Sabretooth.
This is going to be a different one as well. I mean, so I can't rule anything One Piece out. Everything One Piece at this moment, I'm going to say is gold until it's not. Thank you, Christina.
Yeah,
She is Papa's little girl. If I can like get her in camera there, she as you can see, she's Papa's little girl. So much so that she's just gonna like sit here and hang out with me, and that's fine. So I apologize, guys.
You're good.
So this I want to say that it's trash, but look, everything One Piece turns into gold. So I just can't say that it's trash. It's probably going to be phenomenal in the grand scheme of things. It has Laffy and whatever that other guy is. They're probably selling that other guy on Laffy if I had to guess.
I don't know a whole lot about it since I'm not huge, anime, but yeah, I know. I think isn't Luffy like a main character or something like that?
Everything they do with this thing turns gold. So, and it's a Hot Topic exclusive. There's so many things I feel like it has going for it. It's a 2-pack. I think it's the first time we're gonna see that Foxy guy. I mean, so they're going to be like pushing out some cool stuff. I want to say it's the year of the anime, but it's only the year of some animes. So. Yeah. It's only the year of some animes. We have RoboCop. How about this one? Now, this one has to appeal to a lot of y'all, right?
Oh, this is classic. RoboCop was I mean, this was the original, AI. This is coming around when Terminator was big.
Which one of those have a
Robot.
chase variant? Has a chase variant?
What's the chase variant?
I don't know, but I'm about to find out. Are they talking about the Laffy has a chase variant? Does Laffy have a chase variant? Let me see. Yeah, she's fun. Are y'all done?
Yeah, those airheads though we have to put into freebies. There's like 20 boxes
All right.
that don't have freebies because.
All right. You didn't take her.
I just asked you. You
Well,
said
if y'all were done, yeah. I mean, you can grab her real quick.
Yeah.
I don't see. Is that what they're talking about, Chris? Is it?
I don't know. It can't be the RoboCop because they're. I mean,
the one piece is a gold chase variant, so that 2-pack is going to have a gold chase variant. That is going to be insane. That is going to drive the price of that thing way up there. So that will make that a crazy chase variant, gold chase variant. It's about time they did something cool.
Yeah,
that would be pretty.
I mean, maybe they're finally bringing the chases back and stuff like that, and finally listen to people.
Yeah, and that means if you like follow your local Hot Topic, you'll see when that guy like comes in there. That'll be really cool. Yeah, I mean, so there'll be a lot of people that'll be after that chase variant of that one. Lots and lots of people will. That's cool. That RoboCop though, you were just talking about him. Let me pull him back up there.
Yeah, they got a whole series of the different RoboCop. I mean, a couple of different RoboCop ones coming out. But yeah, I mean, to me, that's a classic. I remember watching that movie when I was young, and I loved it. It was great. It was something cool. It was something different.
Yeah, so that's going to be a really cool one that they're going to be coming out with. This is another line that they'll have so many things they can do with. Remember, they had the upgraded version to RoboCop. They've had the damaged version of RoboCop. You've got so many different versions of RoboCop that they'll be able to come out with. This will nowhere near be like the last one that they make. They should have made him chrome like Mando 100%. They should have made him chrome.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Yeah, but I think if I were to ever have a RoboCop in my collection, it would just have to be something like this, the classic, regular RoboCop, not without the helmet on or anything like that, just the classic look of him.
Yeah, it would have just had to have been one of them, though. I don't think I would have went after like lots of them.
No,
I went after just one of them, and I would have just like hung out with it.
Yeah,
that would have been the right spot for me. But that's just me, though. You know me. Let's see what else they have. They have so many new things since the last time, like me and you talked. But it's also been a couple of weeks.
And it doesn't seem. I mean, before they were always seeming to just release things by like an event, but now they just seem to be releasing like a bunch of different stuff. Maybe they've gotten their creative group figured out or whatnot. I don't know what it is they're doing, but
I don't know if that's it or if they're just trying to dump a bunch of things. So I don't really know if they're just, because it feels to me like we're just trying to dump a bunch of things and see what happens is what it makes me think. We're just going to like just keep dumping and just kind of see what happens. These you were talking about earlier, I think these are really fire.
Yeah,
I think that for some reason, I still think we've seen that Gill man. Wasn't he in like one of the Fright Night boxes? God, I feel like
I think we've seen all four of these characters before in the classic black Universal Monsters type stuff, but I do think that's pretty cool. Yeah, there was a newer Ozzy. I forgot to show that one. I think it was the werewolf one.
There's another Ozzy out there. So we needed a new Ozzy, I guess. That sounds about right. Why not get a new Ozzy?
Hey, you can make him like Groot, you have all different versions.
Well, I mean, we have to do him just like, the mini puff, the Deadpools, the Vaders, the Batmans. We got to we find one thing that sells and then we just make it
drive it to the ground.
Yes, we drive them into the ground to where people are no longer happy to see them.
No, this isn't werewolf Ozzy. It's just on stage Ozzy, I guess, is like early 80s long hair version. But, yeah. And I know Chase would be definitely in that. He always tries to get all those people on.
Hi guys, sorry.
No, you're good.
Let's go. All right. All right, let's see what else they got. So they got. We talked about the SpongeBob's. I know that there's some other stuff like popping up as well. So let me like get over there. Here's the Bitty Pops again. Let's see if I can find a price on these though before we talk about them. So they're calling those the deluxe biddies. I don't see like anything that like tells me like where it's gonna start off.
Mm.
I was really hoping that they were gonna give us an idea as the price of those. I say they're $12. I say they're $12 all day long. I know you don't agree
I
with
don't
me.
think they're gonna be that much.
Yes,
I
I
mean,
know.
maybe for the 4 set of them or something like that. But
Mm-mm.
I hope they do them in the individual packs. I'm all for that.
I think we're going to see them in individual packs, but I think we're also going to see them in individual packs at $12 a piece. That's what I think we're going to see them at. We're going to, and they're going to be little too. These things are going to be like this, right? I mean, these things are going to be little
Yeah, because
guys.
the other ones, it's probably double the size of what the other ones were.
What the biddies? No, I think it's going to be the actual biddy pops inside of this case.
Yeah, I think those are the actual biddies. So you got to take those. So you're probably the size of this is probably, I don't know, maybe if you take 2 of those boxes, 2 of the biddy pops, put them together, that's probably roughly. I think they're gonna be a little taller. Obviously, it looks like, but you're probably gonna almost like wide about 2 of those biddy pops.
It is going to be really small, which is crazy. And I'm telling you, watch what I tell you, it's going to be $12 all day. Mama J, what's popping? How are you doing? Good to see you. They have the fifth one is Wolfman. Yeah, we're going to keep like running things into the ground.
Probably, but I do like that whole comic look to
Well,
it.
you know that's just what they do. Those things are kind of, oh, this is what I was talking about earlier though. This is the SpongeBob's that I was talking about, and I was like, they got like some exclusives coming.
Oh yeah.
So that's gonna be SpongeBob with the ick.
Yeah.
Is and they're not calling it that. They're calling it something else. SpongeBob with the, and I can't read it.
Looks
but
like
it
a
says,
mocking SpongeBob, and I did see this. It was SpongeBob with the Gab, or
it's supposed to be ick. So I don't really know like what they have going on there, but it's supposed to be it's supposed to be the ick is what it's supposed to be. It's a whole like series on like how he gets the ick, and this is where he was trying to like plug it up because it was just oozing out of him all the time, right? So he was so he was trying to plug it up, and he's like getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, because it's building up inside of him. I don't know why they didn't call it that though, so I'm slightly confused.
I will find it in a second.
Look, there's this crazy side of me that wants these SpongeBob's. I mean, there's this crazy side of me that's like, all right, I want to collect these SpongeBob's.
I am not hating on them. I think they're interesting.
I mean, in anytime they have a chase, I want to go after it. So I kind of want to go after that One Piece chase as well. That set.
It's
chase.
SpongeBob with the suds.
The suds with the suds. I still swore they called it the ick.
Yeah, that's what they call it. SpongeBob with the suds. And then the other one, the mocking SpongeBob. Yeah, that was it. I don't
even know what the mocking SpongeBob is from, though. I mean, so that one seems completely new to me. I don't know what we have, like a SpongeBob mocking SpongeBob going on right now.
Mock him already.
Mocking SpongeBob's popping off. Let's go. Say what?
Who knows? But yeah, I mean, there is some interesting stuff coming out.
There's a lot of like cool stuff coming out. That's kind of the crazy part, is that Funko has like a lot of cool stuff popping out right now. We don't know how long that'll last, right? I mean, that might last like a day.
I mean, there was that time frame where there was like almost nothing being released ever, and it was kind of crazy.
Well, we also didn't have like the Funko Fun Fair
this
year, so we didn't get like any heads up as to like what was going to be coming out. We didn't get like any insight, so everything that we're seeing now is kind of new, which I think it's a plus and a downside all at the same time, because it's a plus that you're talking about it for the first time. It's a downside on the fact that there's no hype built behind it.
Yeah.
So this is going to be from the Pet Cemetery. I don't know if you ever got into any of that stuff, but
I remember watching it when I was a kid, and it creeped me out. And
it looks really creepy. Not gonna lie. The Pet Cemetery stuff looks really, really creepy.
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for Stephen King. He's a great novelist, but The up
You're right.
stuff. Yeah,
I
that's always
found you.
classic.
I found you. Here you go. This is gonna be you, Chris. You got the up stuff.
At Disney.
Every one of them come with a free red balloon that you can tie to your wrist. So buy lots of those guys. I don't know about the balloon. I made that part out, but it sounded
That'd
good.
be funny.
It sounded good that you could get it with a free red balloon.
I like. I mean, I think if you buy young Ellie, you have to buy young Carl along with it. I mean, those are just hand in hand. But I like them. I think they're cool.
Yeah, they're cool. I've never watched it, so I don't know like what it's about or anything like that. Just because I simply haven't like seen it. So for all I know,
Good movie.
say what?
It's a good movie.
I mean, for all I know, it's really good, and then maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see what else Funko has that they're coming out with that they're super proud of. Oh, I like the NBA mascots that they're coming out with. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen the Grizzly and the Rocket, the Nuggets mascot. But what's funny is I mean I'm a Boston Celtics fan and I have been since I was a kid, but they really don't have too much of a mascot. But to me, the classic NBA mascot they should be starting out with, and maybe they have done in the past, and I don't know, but it's the Chicago Bulls. I mean, he's one of the most classic NBA mascots out there, and but I would like to see more of a sport mascot line because I think there's some great mascots out there, and I just don't think we see enough of them.
So Candyman says that they already released the 2-pack. The great thing about Hot Topic, though, if they've already done it once, we'll see it again. That's the crazy thing about Hot Topic. If they've already had one run, we'll see that in the 2 runs. The mascots are going to be really cool. Is there any mascots you want to see, like in particular, though?
Like I said, I mean, you can go all the way. I mean, especially college has some great mascots in there. I know that one from the Philly Fanatic is a. I mean, he's a classic out there, stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of really good ones, and I know that a lot of people and I've watched I've even done the mode before, and they've had it in video games on early basketball or football games and stuff. You got like the mascot mode, and that's always a lot of fun. So I think that they're only doing NBA here, but they need to do I think like a whole mascot line. I think that would be interesting.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool. You could do like the NFL, you could do the college teams.
College has a lot.
You could do all kinds of them, I guess, but that would be really cool to see a bunch of different ones like popping off there. Oh, here you go. I got you, Chris.
Yeah, I've already seen these ones. I am interested in these.
The Magical Collection. We have Frat Boy Mickey Mouse and Strange Dad Donald Duck. I'm not really sure what that is.
Well, they are the classic duo right here. And Donald just celebrated his birthday recently. So
didn't they drop the rights for Donald Duck though? Didn't they let him expire? Not Donald.
No, the last licensing rights, and that's just normal copyright law length limitations was Steamboat Willie.
Didn't they let all that go?
They have to. You can't renew it. You can only and Disney got to extend Steamboat Willie. They went to trial maybe 10 years ago, and they got him extended for 10 years, and then that was it. So once a copyright has done its time, it becomes public domain, and after that, and that's just basic common copyright laws. So I mean, and I think they were also written because they think the copyrights aren't going to last as long. I mean, they're a ridiculous number. I think it's like 90 years or something fucking crazy like that. But it's a ridiculous amount of time. But yeah, Steamboat Willie became public domain like a year ago, I think. Winnie the Pooh became public domain a couple of years back, stuff like that. So, I mean, you're going to start seeing them eventually all start popping. But yeah, the different versions of Mickey will eventually. But Steamboat Willie version is the most iconic.
So Christina said that they need to make a pop like this.
I'd buy it.
I'd buy it.
I'd buy it.
I'd buy it, Funko. You're gonna have to like get us one of those here at some point. That would be pretty awesome, though. All right, let's see.
Again, I agree, Candyman. Mickey is losing his license, but you also got to remember they've copyrighted so many different versions of Mickey Mouse that they'll be around for a long time, and they'll continue to make different versions. I mean, the current version that they're playing on comics. That's why Disney does continue to change versions of Mickey Mouse, because they can continue to copyright the different versions of him, and that's just something they've always done. So you've got something like the Taylor Mickey and Musketeer Mickey and all these different versions. Yes, they're going to start becoming open to public domain within time, and Disney knew that was eventually going to happen. So that's why they continue even today to create different versions and copyright different versions of Mickey.
It sounds right to me. So we have Linus that's going to be coming into the pumpkin patch with Snoopy. This one will be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm always for. I mean, to me, the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I mean, that's one of my favorites. I am one of those weirdos that every year for Halloween I always watch the Great Pumpkin. Every year for Christmas I watch the Christmas special of Peanuts. I am a classic Peanuts a watcher. For some reason it's just I've been watching it since my childhood.
Got all kinds of like new cool things coming. Some of them we talked about the other day, but we're going to talk about them again anyways. We got your favorite, like you told me the other day this is your favorite like rapper, and I guess I just never thought that you were into rap that much until now.
T-Pain.
T-Pain is Chris's
Why not? He's a classic.
favorite. Yes, it's Chris's favorite. Guys, you're gonna have to go check that one out. I made that shit completely up all on my own. All on my own. I made that one up. T-Pain. So that one's going to be popping up. I don't really understand like the cowboy hat and all. Kind of confused on what they have going on there. Yeah. This one to me is equally as confusing.
Bon Jovi, this is like a people pop straight up. I mean, that you could take him out of the box and
no one knows who it is.
And people are going to be like, okay, I'm confused by it.
Nobody will ever know who this pop is. People will say Jonas Brothers. People will say all kinds of things before they get to Bon Jovi.
Yeah, I think if you had that out on the shelf, not in the box, it would you could go through a bunch of different people and think it's that. To be honest with you, I mean that would be my last option would be Bon Jovi. To be honest with you,
I think that would be a lot of people's like last stitched. We have the new Guns N' Roses, but we're also still missing a character in this one. So this is going to be a new Slash, a new Axl, and a new Duff, but we're missing the drummer. The drummer is still missing in this one for whatever reason. Chase can tell us.
Which drummer are we talking about? They technically had multiple ones.
Well, I didn't know they had multiple ones, but I know that the drummer that started the band with them,
he went had a
major falling out with them, and somehow you don't ever see him on anything, and I don't really know how he like managed to not get put on anything with them.
I think too, since they've come back, Slash. It's really if you see a lot of the reunion of what they've done since they've come back together, it's only Axl, Slash, and Duff. I mean, they didn't bring in any of the other original. They didn't bring the original rhythm guitarist back. They didn't bring any of the original. In fact, the original drummer went actually batshit crazy. And I mean, he went off the deep end with drugs and stuff like that. He went off the deep end bad.
Like I knew it had something to do with drugs, but there's more to it than like why he's not on anything. There's more to it than that. There's a whole backstory that people that are super into it can tell you because I've looked it up before and I just can't remember what the story is.
Yeah, remember Axl owns all the rights to the songs regardless. So I mean, he owns everything that says GNR. He owns.
Right. Well, I didn't realize that either. Chase says,
he's dead. I knew. I remember watching something about him, and he went really like after he left, he went batshit crazy. He went down to like some sort of LSD rabbit hole, and he went cuckoo.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that go cuckoo. My daughter was having me watch something the other day on our ride back from South Carolina, talking about this woman who believed that she was Mother God. So there's a lot of people.
Yes, I saw that documentary. That was the weirdest goddamn thing. And she turned herself blue, and
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I listened to it. I didn't listen to it. We only made it through like the first beginning, and I was like, oh my God, what's going on here?
I am. That is one thing that I don't know if a lot of people know about me. I am a huge documentary fanatic. I will sit there and watch documentaries of all kinds of stuff. I've got this weird sensation of watching documentaries on cults. Now, I have no intention of ever being in a cult, but I have sometimes I like to watch them to try to figure out why people go into these things and why people get sucked into these things. Still can't figure it out, but yeah, that mother one she ended up taking this medicine to make her, I guess, heal or something, and they didn't believe in certain things, and she ended up taking this like basic poison, and
Only
she turned
people
all of her skin blue, and then even after she died, they like cocooned her and like mummified her. It was the weirdest goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life.
only people that were trying to start a cult would say that they're not trying to start a cult.
Good
So
point.
guys,
That is
guys,
one thing I've learned. People that are in cults don't realize they're in cults.
guys, if Chris ever like tells y'all that he wants y'all to join his club, y'all just politely say, yeah, I appreciate you, but no
I would
thanks.
agree with that too.
He's be careful. Be careful. I see it coming, guys. I'm giving you the forewarning. Out of all 6 of these, which one would you get, guys? And you have to pick one. You have to pick one, right? So you got to pick one of them over in the chat. There's a few of y'all here. So out of all of these, and you had to grab one, which one would it be?
Surge cannon.
I don't know.
I'm between the Surge cannon and the MTV television.
Okay, so I'm gonna let everybody like tell me because I know which one that I like dropped right on.
Well, Simon has to get Simon.
Simon's going after Simon for sure. I mean, that makes sense to me.
That makes
Simon
sense.
goes after Simon for sure. Let's see, Street Shark. I mean, all right, that sounds good. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm good with that one. Street Sharks is cool.
I could see that one. All right, I'm with you. All right, come on. There's more of y'all.
Max says MTV. I'm a Surge can. There's something about Surge growing up that it's iconic for me. Plus, it would go real nicely next to my Coca-Cola can. It's the same exact shape.
All right, so there's still a few more of y'all. If you had to get one, which one would it be? Which one would you be if you had to pick one of these? Which one would it be? I'm going to go with the MTV, guys. I like the MTV.
MTV one's cool.
I like the TV. It's that old like TV with the bunny ears on the top of it. Got the knobs on it. There's the screen on it probably weighed 250 pounds. It took 3 men and a boy.
It reminds us of the day that MTV actually played music videos.
Yes, when they like actually played music videos and it was fun to watch them. That is no longer the case. It is no longer fun to watch MTV, which seems really strange. The Shark.
All right. Shark. I'm all for Streets of Shark. I mean that's cool. That's a good one.
MTV, yes. I'm with the MTV one. I like that one. So anyways,
I could take it. The other two I could take it or leave it, but
yeah, I kind of felt the same way. We also talked about these like last week too, I believe.
Looney Tune ones,
yeah. I believe we talked about those last week as well. Which is they're still pretty cool to be honest with you, or at least I think they're cool. Who knows? Maybe they're not.
I mean, the only one that I think is cool is the Marvin the Martian, but Bugs Bunny would have been cool if you made him glow in the dark.
I don't really understand Bugs Bunny like that. It just seems weird to me what they did to Bugs Bunny. Marvin the Martian, I can see what's going on there. Tweety is pretty cool.
How are you going to take a pop, wrap him in white, and not make him glow in the dark? I mean, there's something fundamentally wrong with that.
I don't know what they have going on there. Like, is he holding a pew? Like, what is he like going to turn you into a ghost too? I mean, I don't really know like what is going on with the whole scene there. It just looks weird.
Yeah.
Just like it was a major fail. That's what it looks like to me.
The Marvin's cool, but the rest are kind of
Major fail happened there.
for sure.
And then I really think that that's it. I'll click on the next page, but I think we're totally caught up with like everything
We're
that's going
finally
on.
caught up.
We have the Groots, the Jungle Books. I think we've all talked about like the Groots already, right? We know that there's a bunch of different Groots coming
Yeah,
out.
we got more Groots coming.
Yeah, we got more like basically Deadpool's coming. You have the Jungle Book. I don't know if anybody's seen this one.
Yeah, the Jungle Book ones are pretty cool. I like, of course, the classic scene of Baloo and Mowgli, where they're singing "Bare Necessities."
Bare necessities. What's wrong with you? Not a bunny. Yeah, no, it's not one of those, Zach. But
No.
it could be.
No,
It could be. I mean, because it is super weird in what's going on with it. So it 1,000% could be.
I missed a comment by Zach. I was trying to read it there. Yeah, we did see the TLC one already.
let
The
me pull that
TLC
back
3-pack.
Go ahead and put that back up there.
We're going back with this.
Yeah, I didn't realize what time it was.
Yeah. So yeah, I was trying to read your mind.
Yeah, I got you. I didn't realize what time it was.
But yeah, it's interesting. At least they're starting to put some stuff out. Some, I mean, it's just like the old days. Some not as great, and some that are kind of cool. But
I don't really know how I feel about it. It's on a catch-22, like you said. Some of it's pretty awesome. Some of it's kind of trash. It just kind of depends on what they got going on.
and I think it's changed a lot of people over time because, I used to go into a Walmart or Target and I had to go look at that collectible area. And nowadays, it's not so much that anymore. I guess if I run across them at a Ross or a Five Below, I'll at least take a look, type thing. But yeah, it's not a main factor in my realm as much anymore. I mean, I got the stuff I do have, and I'll probably be keeping on to that. But yeah, that's if I see some of those items. I mean, I'm at least excited for some of the stuff coming out. If I see stuff at Target, I might actually consider it, but we'll have to see.
I don't think so. They still haven't gotten the stuff yet that tells me I have to go get it. They do have the Bitty Pops of Deadpool coming out, though.
Bitty Pops of Deadpool. If I see those in the individual packs at Walmart, yeah, I'll be buying those.
So the Bitty Deadpool Pops might have to happen at some point. What you got going on next week? Anything?
Nothing really. It's kind of a quiet week, and just trying to get ready to get my roof done in a couple weeks and go from there. But yeah, not really too much until we get out to in the end of July. We're gonna be staying at a wilderness lodge with the family, and whenever we do these little staycations like that, we try to stay focused on the resort. So we'll see. Maybe I'll film it, maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Sounds like fun, guys. Sounds like fun. Don't forget to come hang out with us next week. We should be over on my channel next week, as long as like nothing catastrophic happens.
Or maybe at some point, you never know, and we end up doing a Tuesday on TikTok. So
maybe
we
go
to
to
on TikTok too. You may randomly see us on there. Who knows?
Who knows, guys? But we'll catch you next time. Have a good one.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You guys are gonna have to put this in the description. I'm gonna leave this show tonight a little worse off, I think, quite honestly, than where we began. Everybody is watching this and watching this on the replay. You are now dumber and less important in life because of what has transpired here this evening. We apologize for what's going on right now. I'm gonna try to pretend like none of this happened.